I'm 93 years old.
You're 93?
Yeah, 93.
What's your secret?
Good glass of wine.
I'm with you, all right?
2 glasses.
What kind, red or white?
Red.
What kind of red?
We make it ourselves.
Come on.
I'll let you have a glass later on. I think
Here we go.
everybody thinks it's
man.
terrific.
From the old country. You're from the old country, or your family, right?
Yeah.
My last name's Divananzio, Abruzzo.
The Abruzzi.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I always love people from the Abruzzis.
Yeah.
When it comes to travel destinations, some require a second look. And Provincetown, Massachusetts, rich with history,
One thing that is tradition is the commitment to be open and welcoming to all.
natural beauty,
Spin 360 degrees around anywhere and just see pristine, untouched landscape.
celebrating individuality
I love your outfit.
Hey man, I love your outfit too.
and love,
And so many people have met here.
People that have met their husbands and wives. The stories are endless about that.
deserves a deeper dive. We go beyond the dunes to take a closer look at the people of paradise and why they choose to make P-Town their home. Our first stop is with NFL star and P-Town local, Ezra Tualo.
It's a beautiful day, my friend.
It is beautiful.
So this is Provincetown, huh?
Yeah, the gay Pleasantville.
The gay, is that
Yeah,
what it is? Is that what's known? I thought it
No.
was Boys Town.
At Ezra's restaurant, 98 Hawaiian Grill, you can come in for the island staples, a lunch plate equipped with a savory protein, sweet rice, and macaroni salad.
Ever since I came to Provincetown, I wanted to bring the taste of aloha. So it's everything that I grew up with, like teriyaki steak, teriyaki chicken, pineapple barbecue chicken. And then the recipes and stuff are like my mom's, all the sauces. So if you ever been to Hawaii,
Oh, yeah.
it's the food that is served there. If you haven't been to Hawaii, I'll take you there with my food.
That's a shrimp.
Thank you, appreciate it.
You're miles away from the islands, but does this type of cuisine here kind of make you feel at home?
Oh my gosh, definitely, right? You can take the boy off the island, but you can't take the island out of the boy.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do is bring the island here to P-Town.
Your jumbo shrimp brings all the boys to the yard.
I am a Polynesian twink, though. Like anything under 300 is a twink in Polynesia.
Beyond the flavors and views of Cade Cod Bay, the restaurant provides you with quick, easy access to Commercial Street, the main drag running the length of P-Town.
I've never ever heard of Provincetown or P-Town. And when I got here and stuff, it was like such an emotional thing for me because it doesn't matter if you're gay or straight, everybody's just happy, right? It's like I've never been in a place like this. And then you look around and people are just happy.
Ezra Tualo, Mr. Aloha himself, has worn and continues to wear many hats.
Executive chef, singer, entertainer. You made it to the playoffs on The Voice.
Right.
Ezra is also an author and a philanthropist, but perhaps most famously, he's known for his 9 years as a defensive tackle in the NFL.
I started my rookie year at Green Bay. I was the first rookie to start all 16 games in Packer history. I'm proud of my stats,
Yeah.
right? I'm proud of things that I've accomplished in the NFL.
Out of all these achievements,
Right.
what do you think your biggest achievement, your biggest accomplishment was?
I think that's simple, right? Coming out, man, living my authentic life, living in my truth. That's probably the biggest accomplishment I ever did. It's like 35 years of my life being in the closet and not being able to be yourself, living with a crippling secret. I think when I said those first words for the first time that I was gay on Real Sports, it was one of those things that it just it was incredible.
What was it like for a gay guy being in the locker room?
Jokes, a lot of jokes. It was just so difficult for me because I would hear those things and I would have to bite my lip.
What was the reaction like?
I lost a lot of family and I lost a lot of friends, right? But I didn't come out to rekindle friendships. I didn't come out for that. I came out because I wanted to be happy. The times that we were living in, being gay was not accepted at all, right? Now, as we fast forward, it's sort of like the trend. But you know what? I stayed focused on love.
In 2002, Ezra was only the third NFL athlete to ever come out.
David Kopay was the first. He came out back in the 70s. And it took like 2 decades for Roy Sims to come out and another decade or 2 decades for me to come out.
And it opened the doors for even more players to follow suit.
That's why it's so important when people tell their stories and come out. When they do that, right, they not only change their lives, but they change the lives of people around them, right? But I think my proudest accomplishment was adopting my 2 kids. I have twins, a boy and a girl. They're 20 now, but I adopted them when they were a week old. That's my heart right there. I wanted what my straight friends had, right? I wanted to walk down the street with my family and everybody know we're family, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things when I got them at a week old, man, I could hold both of them. It was a dream come true.
You went from protecting a football in the NFL to now cradling a baby,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Can I take a picture with you?
Sure.
I love you.
All right, only if my boyfriend says it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Louis. Johnny Bananas.
Louis.
Hi.
You grew up in Hawaii, island,
Right?
beach town, so you were familiar with that way of living. How did you take to Provincetown, and what was it about Provincetown that drew you to this community?
I tell you, man, when I got here, it was absolutely amazing, man. It was a world that I never experienced before. And when I say that, it's like a world I think everybody else should live in, right? The support of the community here has been incredible. And the beach living, all of that is awesome, man. You see how beautiful it is here.
Yeah. Woo! That was awesome. It's beautiful.
Beyond the shores of Provincetown lies a seemingly infinite horizon.
This is a fantastic view. I'm not a morning person, but if this was my morning commute, I wouldn't mind it so much.
With miles and miles of sandy beaches, P-Town is surrounded by waters with a unique ecosystem that makes it a prime spot for quality fishing and clamming.
Commercial fishing is really big in Provincetown, right?
For many generations, yes. Portuguese settled here a long time ago, and they brought their skills of fishing with them.
And since then, Provincetown has developed into a booming fish town, and veteran fishermen like Keith Rose reap the natural benefits of the sea.
I gotta say, like this bar, like I feel like this is where we come after and just like tell tall tales about like white whales, or I know a guy who like knows a guy that got swallowed by a whale.
Yeah, we know that guy. I've actually stabbed some tuna fish with him. The first tuna fish I ever saw, I stabbed with the whale guy.
No way. Real tail, or is that a tall fish tail?
That's a real tail.
Is that a fish tail?
Well, it was, as the years go by, it gets a little bigger.
How'd you first get into fishing?
I was hungry, and I had a knife in my hand, and my dad said, if you want to eat it, you got to open it.
And that's how it all started.
I believe that's how it all started. I tried a couple regular jobs, carpentry, things like that. Once I started doing this and got paid for it, there was no turning back. I told my carpenter boss, hey, look, man, I got to go fishing.
A decision that has led him to a lifetime of successful clamming on the Great Atlantic.
From the boat to the bank to the bar, kind of a little bit.
Is that the motto? The boat to the bank to the bar?
That's what it's been.
And with his business, Clam Nation, he's making sure to keep it all in the family.
When did you know you wanted to join the family business?
As soon as I saw this.
Yeah. Was your father a fisherman? Does fishing run in your family?
It runs in my family, but my father wasn't a fisherman. He was in the Air Force, so we moved around a lot. My family's from Wellfleet, Provincetown area.
What does fishing mean to you?
Independence, working with family and friends to make a ton of money as easy as possible.
So how deep is it right here, Vanessa?
67 feet.
Wow. So there's clams that are at the bottom of the ocean, but aren't there some on the beach too?
Yeah, but the clams that we're getting, they're big clams and they're below the sand.
Okay.
So we have a pump, like a water pump, and it
The
kind
clam
of
vac.
tumbles. Yeah, and then we're gonna scoop them
Yeah.
up with the dredge.
So what are we doing here, Ray?
We are setting out the hose that is going to feed the nozzles on the manifold of the dredge here.
All right, setting the hose to feed the nozzles. Is there something that's unique about the geology or the weather or the currents or something like that that make Provincetown an ideal fishing ground?
I think you nailed it with all of that, but the geology, I think, is the main thing. The cape's sort of shaped like an arm.
This is Long Point. It's the very tip of Cape Cod.
Wow.
It sort of just captures the plankton and such that all these whales are here for.
It's good tidal flow through here, a lot of nutrients for the clams. It's good, a nice sandy bottom. They like that.
There she goes.
deep are we dropping this thing?
We're probably around 35, 40 feet right now.
35, 40 feet.
Heads up.
All right. Yep. Oh!
And after the net drops the sea's bounty, it's a mad dash to sort through the clams, identify the varietal,
Look at them.
and measure with the gauge.
So you basically want it to fit inside there, right?
Yeah, so that one, that's for sure.
For sure.
All the big ones go. See, that's coming with us.
Okay.
Because it's over 5 inches.
Oh, those are quahogs in there. So these are different kinds of clams.
This doesn't go in here?
No. You want to get your limit.
Which is what?
200 bushels.
200 bushels?
Or another unit is a boatload.
A boatload?
That would be a boatload.
So that's where the term boatload comes from.
Yeah.
So is this a keeper?
That one is, yeah.
For sure.
Quahog or no?
Sea clam.
These aren't too small?
Those are too small. Actually, that's what we're looking for, but
Yeah.
and we're allowed 5% small.
Okay.
But we'll get that one anyways later.
But clams aren't the only thing that can be found in the sea.
Go home!
What you catch in the clam vac is some crazy stuff.
And that's the cool thing about this job is you never know what you're gonna,
You never know what you're gonna pull up.
whatever's on the sea floor is coming up. A honeybee.
Underwater?
I don't know where that came into the mix.
We've caught anchors and muskets and whale bones, and hopefully we'll catch something cool today. Here's an example of cool stuff.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
we see that guy.
Well, that's human stuff. Anyway.
That's an old bottle, right?
That is.
That's like the bounty of the sea, right?
That is what gets you going in the morning.
And beyond all the cool trinkets and treasures, there is one main reason we're here.
Yeah, buddy!
Oh yeah, it's as fresh as it gets.
Bon appetit! Woo! Wow, that's really good.
And at the end of a hard work day, the views of the great Atlantic Ocean reminds us of the unique beauty that is Provincetown.
What is it about Provincetown that's so special that brings you back?
The people and
Yeah.
the light. I feel free to be themselves, and there's really some great characters.
Yeah, oh, I know, I saw them. We went to tea dance, saw them all.
Oh yeah.
We get to hang out here. We get to live this life.
Yeah.
And there's you can't put a price on that.
No, this town is fantastic,
So,
man.
freedom, acceptance, safety. It's as far as you can go. There is no past here. You're at the end of it.
Yeah.
The next thing after this is jumping in the water.
Well, Captain Keith, I gotta say, man, what a pleasure it was fishing with you.
The pleasure was ours.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here's to an absolutely incredible day of fishing.
I have to tell you a little story.
Okay.
Because we were talking about this last night with these young Russian friends of my daughter-in-law. Nice kids. They said, what makes art?
Yeah.
That's been a question that people have been pondering for hundreds of years.
Yep.
But my answer to that is this. I have to use a story to answer that. There was a friend of mine who taught at the University of Kalamazoo, Michigan. And he was from Provincetown. He was a native. And he said, a colleague of mine, his wife was having an exhibit. So he went with his friend to see the wife's work. So as he entered the door, he smelled this very strong smell. He didn't know what the hell it was, you know. Then he looks up, and all he sees is clothesline all around the room with dirty diapers filled with poo-poo. They just had a baby, I guess.
Okay.
There was a guy from the Kalamazoo Times, a reporter. So he went up to the artist and said, Madam, I have to ask you this, you know, because I'm just a layman. Seems to me this is stretching it quite a bit, isn't it? He said, what makes you think that this is art? And she looks at him with a steel look. She says, because I said it is. And that's what it is. That's what we've come to today. Because we are our own judges, our own arbiters, you know. If we say it's blue, it's blue.
In Provincetown, art can be appreciated in many different ways. A structure, a statue, a storefront, And of course, a restaurant, like Sal's Place on Commercial Street, an establishment founded by a Provincetown relic, artist Sal Del Deo.
Sal's is a place that's full of passion for people communing, eating, enjoying each other, enjoying being on the water.
Current owner Siobhan Carew has carried on that passion with her infectious laugh and natural charm. She has made sure to keep Sal's thriving through great food and warm ambiance.
Sal is a really good mentor. So if you've met Sal, and I think you have.
Living legend.
Yes, he is a living legend. Taking over this restaurant from somebody like that was an amazing honor.
Sal Del Deo's roots in Provincetown date back to 1946, when he first landed here as a teen.
What brought you to Provincetown?
I came here to study painting. I didn't come here for the looks. I didn't come here for the lifestyle. I didn't come here for the climate. I came here to study. It's a very liberal, free-flowing way of life here.
It's not just about like, oh, isn't it cool? There's a lot of artists here and a lot of gay people and a lot of, you know, all sorts of interesting stuff going on and all this nature. It's that putting those things together creates much more than just the additive accumulation of those people and this place.
Yeah.
That's what makes this place special. That's why there's so much going on here and there's so much energy.
And when you dine at Sal's Place, a rustic Italian dish and a glass of wine sets the mood just right.
This food isn't good. It's great.
Thank you.
What I love about coming here is this sense of like warmth and that feeling of being home when you walk in the front door. The conviviality of this establishment is second to none.
Thank you. I think Sal and I maybe have a similar passion towards life and people and food and art.
Good glass of wine.
I'm with you, all right?
2 glasses.
I'm from Ireland. Like, hospitality is beaten into you. So you just open your arms.
Take that off and you can see it in the light.
Lift up here?
Yeah.
This must be some of the...
This is part of a series I'm doing of the boats that are no longer here. See, this is, I call it the Ghost Fleet. And this is a boat with reflection in the water and so forth and so on. So it's very subjective. It's not real. I can do realistics too, but I like to do this more from my head, from my memories, you know.
Just being in like his presence, like you feel the inspiration. Just watching him set up his palette with his paints, you're watching somebody do something that he has been doing for 80-something years.
It's amazing.
What is it about Provincetown that's so inspirational to artists?
Well, for the painter's point of view, it's the light and the lifestyle. There's still a lot of young painters in town that are doing some pretty damn good work. So they're still coming here for some reason. And I'm glad for it. You know?
I gotta say, 93 years old, sharp as a whip with a head of hair like that, you give me hope too, my friend. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to talk to you.
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Not as much as I've enjoyed talking to you. This has been incredible. Cheers. Drink to that. What was different about today that you'll always remember?
Meeting Johnny Bananas.
You know what, just for that, I'll pick up the bill. I got this.
The water's on me.
Waiter.
If there is one word that can define Provincetown, it would be welcoming. And to conclude a thrilling trip to this gorgeous peninsula, a clam bake is only fitting to culminate this amazing journey, bringing together all the warmth and hospitality that we have come to find here at Provincetown.
Jason, Matt, please. Johnny.
Yes.
Let's enjoy.
You don't have to ask me twice. Don't have to ask me twice. Bro, I didn't even see you, man. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Is this New England clam chowder?
Oh, it's chowder.
Chowder.
Clam baking is a time-honored New England tradition that has been enjoyed throughout generations. Needless to say, you can't come to Provincetown without enjoying one.
So what are the ingredients in this chowder?
Onion, pancetta.
I thought it was bacon, but yeah, pancetta.
Yeah, clams, obviously.
Yep, this is delicious. Wait, is that the Kimberly Ann?
That's the one that we were just on.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow. As much of a exciting time as I had out there. That's tough work. I gotta hand it to you guys. I gotta hand it to you guys.
You're natural.
Thank you.
And as night falls and the burning wood fire adds a quaint aroma, the only thing left is a full stomach while surrounded by the good people of paradise.
Ding, 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 ding. I just want to say thank you for welcoming us to this magical community that you guys have and you're all a part of. So here's to Provincetown and here's to all of you. Cheers.
Cheers, queers.
Cheers, queers. All right, well, there we go. Welcome to Provincetown.